What's up, guys? You saw my intro. You saw that little footage. That was a unit we put in about a year ago. 3 zones, dual fuel. Well, not dual fuel. It's just a 2-stage heat pump, XL18. 3 zones. He kept his Nest thermostats and said our unit wasn't working right. And I go out there and, well, it's his Nest thermostat. Set it's 68, it's reading 68. When the heat comes on, it runs a little bit and it calls for auxiliary. Well, we tried to blame it on our equipment, but nope, that's not it. The zoning system has an outdoor sensor. It's connected. It's set for 40 degrees. So if his Nest thermostat calls for auxiliary, only 1 of 3 of them were doing that. The heat strips are going to run if it's below 40 degrees. You didn't want to understand. There was a little bit of a communication gap there. Language barrier a little bit, but they always know better from that area of the world. Smart people. But anyway, didn't want to understand that it was the thermostat. The heat strips aren't coming off, thermostat doesn't call. So rather than accept that his thermostat was causing the problem, which it was, as we moved it to another location, another zone, just swapped them out and it did the same thing. So he wasn't able to get into it and set any kind of lockouts in his thermostat, but he had me turn the outdoor temperature lockout for the auxiliary heating at the zone control down to 20 degrees. So with a heat pump, 3 zones, that's probably not bad. When airflow cuts back a little bit, when the zone closes, the bypass air, a heat pump will produce a little hotter air actually. So, but they want to argue with you. It's always the unit you just installed. And I just thought I took the pictures for the video because he had his roof done yesterday and everything looked pretty up there. And then the roofers come and now there's wood chips all over everything. But anyway, it's homeowners and things like that and thermostats that got me on this track. And we all come from different zones, so this is going to be an opinion piece. So all you keyboard warriors, don't start cracking your knuckles. This is, anybody can have an opinion that's really right. It's just the way you view what I'm talking about. It's going to be thermostats. Everybody comes from different regions, different areas. Our experiences are different. The advanced or unadvanced systems, what's getting installed where you're at may not be what's getting installed here, vice versa. I live in Raleigh, or work in Raleigh, North Carolina. I've been here 20 years now working in a highly populated area. The train, regional train warehouse location is here. Same for Carrier. Goodman has one here. We've got Ream, Rudd, got a Coleman location. We've got a Mana location. We got a distributor in this town for about every piece of equipment you can think of, and we see it all, except York. Nobody around here really likes York. We don't see that very much. But anyway, so all our experience is different. Luckily, I had the background of being 20 years in an area like this, and I've worked on everything from 1978 old Sears and Roebuck that's still alive and kicking with a compressor drawing 19 amps, and he ain't changing anything because it's working. It's probably been changed by now because that's probably been 10 years ago. But I see a lot of the Carrier products, not a lot of Infinities. We got one dealer here that puts quite a few of them in from time to time, but it's not a popular unit around here. Carrier is, but not the Infinity. You don't see it a lot. We do a lot of we're a Train dealer. We did $5.5 million in sales last year. We put in a lot of Train XV systems, all TAM9 air handlers. We don't use the TEM metal cabinet air handlers. They're junk. It's all TAM9s. And with the exception of that coil leaking a lot of manufacturers are having that problem. TAM air handlers are pretty good. Train products are pretty good. I enjoy them. I know them like the back of my hand pretty much. But we all have different areas. I mean, you got guys on here that know what they're doing. You can tell by if you know what you're doing, you can watch other people's videos and tell whether or not they really are they good or are they real good. There's some real good people on here, but more often than not, there's good people and some questionable. And that doesn't really mean anything personal. It just means that in your area, what you had training-wise, what you grew up with, who the influences were when you were coming across, you picked up those habits, and then you taught yourself differently. You know, you made a good thing out of a bad situation, or you continued a bad situation. But, you know, I'm not going to point fingers. I don't want to do that. But that video I saw yesterday, guys they're doing a PM in February, preventive maintenance. It's 80 degrees, and I'm pretty sure, based on the ending of the video, it's a warranty customer, but was doing a PM. We didn't clean the evaporator coil. We didn't clean and flush the drain line. Didn't punch the trap, didn't flush anything through it, didn't vacuum it out, nothing. And just rinsed out the condenser coil with some water. Now I get it if it's a home warranty customer, but I maintain the same standard no matter what customer I'm working with. Number one, I don't want anybody from another company coming behind me telling a homeowner that I didn't do my job and I didn't properly clean and maintain their system, if they were paying for it especially. Home warranty customers, I want them to call and ask for me. If they cancel their warranty or they don't renew it, I want to be the best experience that they had with the companies that they saw. This warranty company's going to send, a lot of them will send different people every time. Some of them will let you request, but most of them are going to send in other vendors. They just rotate it around to whoever they're working with. I want them to remember me over everybody else. If they cancel that thing, I want them to remember I was the one that showed up and was using cleaner outside, vacuuming the drain line, taking cleaner up there, cleaning the evaporator coil, flushing the drain line out up there, doing a thorough cleaning, because when they have to choose their first COD experience, who are they going to call? They're going to call me, because they know I did a good job and I didn't go in there and half-ass it. So that's kind of where my standard of operation is. And if that rubs anybody the wrong way, I'm sorry. Everybody has a different background, like I said, of how you came up, how you developed your standards. Mine have always been high. Number one, because it's competitive where I work. You've got to stay on your toes, and you can't cut people short on the service that they're paying for, or you will lose business. So that will cut that off. Thermostats was the original conversation here. Scheduling, not scheduling. Had a homeowner this morning talking about that. They have it where it sets back to 63 degrees in the morning, and then it sets back to 69 at night. And maybe in certain situations it has its purposes, but wide temperature swings like that, I really do not recommend, especially if you got a heat pump. The heat strips come on, your temperature suddenly jacks up from 63 to 69, unless you've got some kind of lockout set. And a lot of older systems don't, but they've got the newer thermostats. You know, heat strips are coming on, you're going to run your light bill up. When you let it get that cold in your house, or vice versa, in the summer, when you leave the house in the morning and you set it on 80, and then when you get home you set it on 72, everything in the house has changed temperature. It's not just the air. In this situation, it's heat. 63 degrees from 7:30 in the morning till 8 o'clock at night. Everything, if it's cold enough outside, everything in the house is 63 degrees. The walls, the floors, the furniture, everything in there. It all has to warm back up. The air is going to warm up first. The thermostat might start to warm up, satisfy at some point, and shut off. But now all that heat is going to the cold spots. It's the law of physics. Hot runs to cold. So as soon as the heat shuts off, that warm air and the temperature of the heat, it starts to go into the walls, the floors, to warm up everything that's still cold. Now the air is cooled back off and the system comes back on. So I don't see the efficiency in that. I just think it's a gimmick, personally, myself. I don't think it does anything. a few degrees, maybe you're okay with that. But my opinion on that is find out where you like it and leave it there. And let that system, when it comes on, just do the minimum it needs at that time to maintain that temperature. Temperature drops a half degree, thermostat comes on, everything warms up, it shuts off. And it works a whole lot less. House stays that temperature for a little while. At some point, temperature drops again, comes back on, heats it back up, shuts off. When you crank a system up twice a day, a 5 degree, 6 degree swing from low to high, that thing's going to run, it's going to work, and you've got to heat or in air conditioning, cool everything back down in the house that's gotten cold and gotten hot. So that's kind of the way I look at that. Just, I don't know, it's just something that popped into my head today with that call. And like I said, this last one, this guy had his Nest thermostats, and I don't like a Nest at all. But anyway, that was just something I thought I'd throw out there. See what you think. Give me your opinion. I know there's different ones, but it's not a I'm right, because this is an opinion topic, really. Everybody has different experiences with it. So that's my situation. I don't really think that scheduling on a thermostat serves any purpose. Not efficiency wise, anyway. Subscribe, like, comment. Have a good day. You gotta love it. Thanks for watching.